Yellow, let's get it, baby. Paul Millsap completes perfectly for a Golden State's roster. Let's go, Warriors. The Golden State Warriors are a team that is coming off a down season where they missed the playoffs. However, they should get back next year with Klay Thompson, and they have signed some veterans in the offseason, suggesting that they should be a team back in the playoffs. You heard me? Yes, sir, with an outside chance of winning the NBA title. There could yet be another addition to the roster, as the Warriors do have an open roster spot available with the taxpayer mid-level exception at $5.9 million. And it is possible they could add more players to the roster. It looks as though one of those players could be Paul Millsap, who played with the Denver Nuggets. Millsap spent his last several seasons with the Denver Nuggets, earning a couple All-Star appearances during his time in Atlanta as well. Per the Denver Nuggets post, Mike Singer, both the Warriors and Brooklyn Nets have interest in Paul Millsap, which doesn't bode well with the Golden State Warriors. The Nets lured LaMarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin to their franchise once they hit the open market in the middle of last season. Hey, Brooklyn is a free agent hotspot, but have already agreed to add 3 others during the offseason. And it is clear that Golden State Warriors is too. And adding my boy Paul Millsap will add a scoring presence that they currently don't have on the second unit. Per Wes Goldberg of the Mercury News, the Warriors have already spoken to Paul Millsap's representatives, and there seems to be a possibility that he could be signed, though the luxury cap could complicate that though. Hey, according to lead sources, the Warriors spoke with veteran forward Paul Millsap's representation earlier this month. Although those talks didn't advance to any point of materializing, hey, the Warriors have not shut the door on potentially adding the 36-year-old Paul Millsap. Yes, sir. Hey, yeah, and at this point in Paul Millsap's career, Millsap's on-court production isn't worth the full price of $5.9 million. Yeah, with an exception ensuing the luxury tax that could and will push them upwards towards $30 million. I just don't know if it can work. It will complicate things. But that does not mean Golden State is against signing a player for the minimum contract deal, you did? Specifically, one that's not fully guaranteed and would provide financial flexibility, Wes Goldberg said. So who? So Paul Millsap is now 36 years old, but he's averaged over 12 points per game in 36 minutes each of his 15 professional seasons. Ooh, that's huge. The scoring ability is there. He'd be a better pure leader on his second unit than either, Pelinka or Porter Jr. Millsap isn't a must-add talent, but he's certainly a player that will add and help bolster the front court. Players like James Wiseman, Kevin Looney, Draymond Green, Otto Porter Jr. in the front court aren't necessarily at the same level as Millsap, but the Warriors have interest in him for the reasoning of strengthening their second unit's front court scoring. Yes, sir, and it makes perfect sense when you think about it. Millsap, you say? Warriors fans have been eyeing him as a front court bolstering addition for some time now. But how much does he have left in the tank? Hey, here's a vet season review courtesy of our blog buddies at Denver Stiffs. Millsap, hey, yes sir, he's played about as well as you expect him to. He's not going to be someone that's going to give you 35 minutes strong every night, including back-to-backs anymore. He's an aging power forward who can hit open three-pointers, block shots here and there, and fight on the glass. And he knows how to attack on offense, and he's a great defensive anchor. Yeah, we all know that athleticism is fading, but he still was important for them in winning games. He's a PP&J type of guy for your team. You know what you're getting. He's good and reliable, and he'll help you get through a tough day. Nothing flashy, but not trashy either. Definitely not a negative for any team to pick up our guy Paul, the baller Millsap. So NBA World, NBA Show, I know y'all like why. Hey, veteran leadership and scoring in the front court are 2 things that make Paul Millsap an ideal MLE target for the Golden State Warriors. Over his career, Millsap has been a productive scoring forward, earning 4 bids to the All-Star teams. He's a 15-year NBA veteran with 4 All-Star appearances and all defensive team selection under his belt. He lost a step in his mid-30s, but his shooting touch has grown stronger and his experience is worthwhile for any team that's looking to win right now. So as for now, the Warriors don't really have any scorers in the front court. Nemanja Bjelica was a great signing for this reason, but he is not the versatile scorer that Paul Millsap is and can be. Millsap is a career 35% three-point shooter, which is roughly league average. But he's well versed at the mid-range, yes sir, and his post scoring. 2 things that could help open up the floor for other options, you heard me? With the taxpayer MLE being their best route to adding more talent, Millsap is the most obvious choice remaining. The Golden State Warriors have already made key additions in Otto and Andre Iguodala, but now it's time to bring this one home with a Grand Slam signing that will give them all the help needed going into next season. While he may not be what he once was, he can still make an impact as a key veteran in a smaller role. It's clear plenty of teams would love to bring him in and bring him on board, but of course he want to make sure he picks the right spot as his NBA career continues.